HiRevz Media is sponsored by Born to Ride Motorcycle Magazine. Check out borntoride.com. Alright guys, check this thing out. It looks awesome. So it's full G90 galvanized steel. It's a Thermador Style Swamp Cooler. It's got magnetic plug in there, make it look authentic and all that good stuff. It's very well put together. It's got really nice bends on it, really nice seams on here. Everything's put together. And these are made, this is Instagram here, Yurchison Matthew. It's Matthew Yurchison on there. And these things are awesome. So look up his Instagram, you got links in the description, all that good stuff. So airflow can come in here. It's got the mounts welded on here. Brackets come with it, all this good stuff. I'm gonna mount it up here in just a second. But it's super cool, super nice. Now, this one is not a functional one, as in you don't put water in it, doesn't have a filter in it. You're not gonna be moving that back and forth. This is literally a showpiece. I mean, it's a piece of art. And they just look really cool hanging on the side of a Volkswagen. There are other ones out there that are functional. I think this one looks really good. And I'm in Georgia. And in Georgia, in the summer, there's a really high humidity. So these do not work. Swamp coolers in general really do not work in Georgia. So I really just wanted the airflow. You know, you got quarter windows on here and they work okay if they'll stay open. But this thing hanging on the side, you have tons of airflow coming in. If you try to run a swamp cooler like this, it's an evaporative cooler. As it evaporates the water, it cools the air. In Georgia, the humidity's so high, it just throws in warm, wet air into the cab. It's not pleasant. So he does have some functional ones that he's working on and building those, and those are looking really nice. And we may try one of those in the future. Just to see, you know, the difference right here. Being spring right now, we finally got a pretty day. It's been so cold and rainy. It's been like 40 degrees yesterday and raining. And it's amazing the temperature swings we have down here. But the air is actually pretty dry, so it would work right now. But it feels cool enough that you don't need it. It's 70-something degrees right now. It feels fine, so you don't actually need that. And in the summer, like I said, the humidity's too high. So he does have a couple different ones he's working on. You can get one like this from him. He usually posts them up on eBay or on our group, on the Ruined V-Dubs group. So you can check that out on there. He seems like a super nice guy. He is a Christian. That matters to me. I like to spend my money with fellow Christians and stuff like that. And I think that's awesome. So you can do what you want, but I think he has an awesome product here. I think it's a beautiful piece of art, and that's really what he's selling them as, is Thermador Style Swamp Cooler art. And that's what we do with these bugs. And I've still got a ton of boxes of parts for this thing. I've got a lowering spindles and some other stuff. Got a whole other carb kit, and I really just haven't had time to put into this car like I have the other ones I've built. But it runs and drives and does really good, so I really just drive it all the time. And I think this thing's super cool. So let's get it installed, check it out. All right, guys, I wanted to show you this. I don't have the support brackets put on, but that's it on the side. And I do have the vent shade on here, so you can see that. Now, you can run these with a vent shade, okay? So if it does start raining, it'll hopefully pour off the side. But the lip does not go in the window felt at that point. It just kind of hangs onto this edge, which is fine. It's literally not going anywhere. You can see this, I mean, it's not going anywhere. The window's nice up and tight against it, and that fits fine on here. And I don't want to lose the vent shade because I like leaving the window cracked all the time to let these things air out because they get kind of musty in there. But it will hold completely fine even without the support brackets, and that's because this thing is super lightweight. Now with water in it and a filter and other stuff like that, that might change, but I'm going to add the support brackets. I just wanted to show you that they will work like this and you don't have to worry about taking your vent shades off. All right guys, there it is. Looks pretty good. So now it's up in there as far as it'll go with my vent shade, and the support brackets are on, and I've ran the nuts down. Those are somewhat tight, not crazy tight or nothing like that. And you could really adjust this essentially wherever you want it at, and it would fit different without this, obviously. But it is super secure now on here. Like, it's really secure. And you know, these are plenty long enough. You could leave them like this to give you more adjustability on that front, or you could trim these off wherever you want them, just round that end back, and that would work fine. So I may end up trimming these off a little bit, but that will work. And everything is mounted and secure completely fine. Like I said, with the vent shade, it doesn't go up in the trim, but it's not going anywhere. It is on here really good. There's the slam test for you. So it's not going anywhere. Completely secure on here. And now I'm curious to go down the road, see how much wind we get in here. So right now all the windows are up, no vent windows. So I'm just curious to take it down the road to see what that does. That looks pretty darn cool. Guys, I'm rolling down the road here, pretty normal speeds, and there's a pretty good bit of air coming out of this thing. Feels pretty good. It does feel pretty nice having wind blow directly on you like that. It actually feels pretty cool, which today is not super hot. Like there's no water or anything like that, but it actually feels like it's cooling the air. Feels like pretty cool air blowing in. And like I said, the one I've got is really not, it's not for use. I mean, it's a piece of art. It's to use, to look cool. I mean, it's just, you know, just a really cool piece to have on the side of your mug. You know, it goes back to old school stuff. It's just kind of awesome. So, it's, like I said, there's other ones coming out, and I'm curious to see some of those. But I like it. It looks really cool. It's a really good craftsmanship, built very well. So you check out this video right here. So that's him working, building these. I mean, he has these things down to a science. I mean, just building them from scratch. And this, the old school way, is just a really neat thing. Got some really neat designs that he puts in some of these. And he can pretty much do whatever you want. But he's a custom fabricator for sure, with extremely high quality work. So it's a really neat design. All right, guys, so for real, I think this thing looks awesome. This is such a cool piece to have. I think he's a amazing artist in building these, an awesome fabricator. I mean, they're just perfect to me. And if you want one of these, like I said, look in the description. You can check out his Instagram and all that stuff. He can custom build you one, or you can buy one off of his eBay as he builds them. There's just super cool designs that he does. And I just think these are awesome.